Yeah, everyone's pretty disappointed. I think it's never the way you want to finish your season, even though I guess one team's ultimately only happy after the end of their campaign. But yeah, really disappointed, and I think this week and the next couple of weeks it'll be a lot of disappointment and hurt. But then we've got to quickly move to where we need to get better and where we need to improve on. And yeah, the sun comes up tomorrow, and we need to improve. So yeah, disappointing week. And anytime you make finals and playing finals is, I guess you're lucky because it doesn't happen every year. But yeah, we're bitterly disappointed, I guess, with how the season ended. And yeah, that's the reality of it. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of work to be done between now and when we're back in terms of, I guess, from a coaching point of view, what areas of our game we need to get after, and then from an individual and player point of view, everyone's individual areas of growth and where we need to get better at. And that's everyone on the whole list. And as a group, yeah, we need to continually find ways to get better, and to be a really consistent home and away side, we need everyone pulling in the same direction and looking for ways to better themselves. So that's what the next couple of weeks will be for, kind of identifying what areas we need to improve on and where that next steps are. So yeah, there'll be reviews and meetings this week, and then as that off season plays out, getting into some really good work. Yeah, probably similar to what I just said. Vossi's main message was around inconsistencies throughout the season. Ultimately, leaves us to a disappointing feeling, after Saturday night. So fundamentally, we've done quite a lot right throughout the year, and I think sometimes it's hard to think about that when you've had a poor end to the year. But so there was an element of acknowledging the steps we'd made and the growth we'd made, and how quite large elements of this year we'd done really well, but then the inconsistencies in some of those things meant that we didn't finish the year we wanted to. So a little bit of positive stuff, but then yeah, the areas we need to get out and get better. And as I said, we want to walk away from this week or two knowing exactly where we need to improve, and yeah, the things we need to work hard at. Always as a player and a senior player, you want to be super consistent, and everything you do reflecting that. And yeah, I think for me personally, it's not necessarily lifting the floor as much. It's always just trying to be really consistent as much as possible in every game. And yeah, like every year, there's things you go after in the off season and you want to improve on. And I guess for some of those things to translate in season was really encouraging. But yeah, I think when you're 8, 9, 10 years in the system, it's not necessarily about reinventing the wheel. It's just about being really consistent and yeah, trying to be the best teammate you can, and ultimately pull towards yeah, the team goals where we want to get to. So yeah, it's hard to reflect on individually this year because it's probably not quite in that space yet. But yeah, I think probably similar to what we said at the team, there's times where it was really consistent, and then there's definitely things to get after. Yeah, definitely last off season put quite a lot of work into the goal kicking side of things, and my routine and a lot of the mental side of it. And as I said, to have elements that translate positively to this year was really good. But yeah, as a high performance athlete, you're always looking to improve and finding little ways to improve those skills. And I think goal kicking is a perfect one where you never master it. And even though you made some small growth, you have to double down and keep working at it. So yeah, there's elements of that was pleasing. But as I said, there's still plenty to improve on. Yeah, again, it probably fluctuated a little bit as the year went on in terms of availability and personnel, and yeah, probably how it looked at the start of the year versus the end of the year is a little bit different. Charlie as well, I thought, had a really great year. Yeah, his ability to be super consistent over a long period of time now is something to tip your hat at, and definitely some of the leadership things that he's been able to improve on and bring to the group has been awesome. And he stepped up into the leadership group this year and vice captain, and yeah, the way he's been able to pull the group together, and a few of us have helped with that in terms of a big focus on being connected, and whoever the personnel is doesn't really matter to a degree in terms of we know what we want to focus on and we know what we want to bring. So those guys have been great. And then yeah, I think there's been pinch hitters from different lines that have come in and played a role when needed to as well, like Kempy, for example, in the last few weeks. So yeah, well, over the summer I'm sure we'll keep looking at what mixes best and how we want that to look. But I think in terms of when guys need to put the hand up and step in, they did a really good job. I think Lockie Cowan had a terrific year, and I think you might have spoken to him before, but his ability to come in some big moments and big games, be really consistent, and yeah, the way he competes and attacks the ball and gets his job done every week, he turned into a really reliable player for us, and for someone in, I think, his second year, that's a real feather in his cap already. So he was impressive, and even I think the last couple of weeks to be able to see some of the younger boys like Ashton Moyer, Binzi come in, Cooper Lord was really impressive. So although availability probably hurt us, the fact that some of these young guys could come in and play a really good role was really great to see. It's nice to be able to sit here and say it's done, and I don't know if people still think we're the same person or not, but it's probably dropped off a little bit, that chatter, which has been nice, a nice change. But yeah, it was a good one to tick off, and hopefully next year maybe we can relax and enjoy it a bit more. But yeah, I'm sure, especially Mum and Dad, they hammed it up a bit, and yeah, they were doing more media than us, so hopefully next year that's not the case. But it was a good one for the family and for everyone to enjoy. Well, I've still maintained the line that I don't think I ever did the Zoomies, but yeah, I think they definitely grew legs, which, yeah, I don't necessarily think that was warranted, those legs that it grew, but no, it was a bit of fun, and anytime Ben can have something to pick at me at, I think he's pretty happy, so he definitely ran with it quite a lot. But yeah, I still maintain it. I don't think I did any Zoomies, but we'll have to wait and see for next year maybe. Nothing too set in stone yet. It's always tricky when we're playing finals and you're waiting to see when we finish and everything, so probably be around until best and fairest and then maybe shoot away. So, but yeah, as I said before, there's yeah, quite a lot of hunger to keep working hard, and yeah, it's a really important off season, so be around and getting to work. Yeah, well, I thought when I signed for 7 years last year that might have stopped for a bit, but yeah, I love Carlton and I'll never play my footy anywhere else, so yeah, I think we're building something really special, and although this year didn't go to plan, I think we've got lots of good people in lots of good positions, and yeah, really excited to see how the next few years plays out.